one, James. 40-30 here. Where are you going to go with this serve, Coco? You're sort of just poising yourself. Your first championship point to win your first French Open crowd. A little hesitancy here. What are we going to do? Are we going to get the first serve in? We are. Forehand return from Aryna is unbelievable. It's an unbelievable return. If you could choose a spot on the court, that's the exact spot that you would hit. And she hit it. No lacking in bravery from Aryna there. Deuce. I think
there was a lot of people were shouting out thinking that had just gone long.
No. But another first serve lands in from Coco. On the forehand, though. Maybe keep her on the forehand. Aryna thought about coming into the net there. Didn't do so. She's going to come into the net now, and she's got a break point. Wow. Break point, Aryna Sabalenka. The match that just keeps on giving. James there looking pretty anxious.
I'm just amazed.
Okay, where are you going with this? So now she doesn't get she's got so many first serves in this game. Don't double fault.
Wow, she's really standing there.
That's where you need to be, Aryna. That's where you need to be on the return. Forehand return is going to be big. It's going to be wide. Use.
It's go big or go home from Sabalenka. And at times it works and at times it doesn't.
But I think it's the right ploy, Jake.
The bum can't look.
I know. Deuce. I think she's got to go for that return. It was there to be hit.
Yeah, it's what we're going to get at the moment. It's just going to have absolutely twatting returns.
Oh, my God, the tension. Yes, indeed. Deuce. First serve this time does land in. Oh, but Aryna doesn't do enough on that return at all. Nets her return, and it's going to be the second match point for Coco Gauff. I think they just need an error from Sabalenka.
They do. They need to force some sort of error. I'd say I'd do a body serve here if I were her.
First serve lands in again. Aryna is short on that, but it doesn't matter. Stay on the forehand side. Loopy. Oh, it landed in. Coco comes into the net. Backhand cross court.
It's out.
And Coco Gauff wins her first ever French Open title. I think Aryna thought that the shot from Coco was going to go long, but it didn't. It landed in. It caught Aryna out. The rally lasted a bit longer. Aryna, of course, as she's had to do, she's had to bring the aggression. She brought it on that last point. She brought it on so many other points today. But on this occasion, just like she has on so many on the backhand today, we'll think about that shortly. But it missed. And it means that Coco Gauff, you are a French Open winner. She goes to the ground. She's in tears. She does the heart to her, jumping up and down, very giddy box. And she is a French Open title winner. Aryna Sabalenka will have to wait another day. I do think this might have been her best chance, but we'll see as her career pans out. And once again at a Grand Slam final in 2025, Sabalenka is the bridesmaid. And once again, her nemesis in Grand Slam finals is Coco Gauff, just like in the US Open of 2023 when set down there. You and I probably both thought that tie break that went the way of Aryna Sabalenka in such dramatic fashion that was going to be it, one way or another, that Sabalenka was going to get over the line. Pre-match, we both thought Aryna would win. I thought that would be a blow too much for Coco to come back from. But give me your thoughts, James.
I mean, such composure at the end, such ability to quickly change up tactics, to bring your best game when most people doubt your ability to serve effectively and to do it correctly. I mean, utterly fantastic from Coco Gauff. I mean, as you say, to lose that first set from being, that 18-minute first set, the one in which you come back from being 2 sets down, then another breakdown, you get to the break again, you get yourself 5-3 up, and you lose it 7-5 in total. To come back from that and to show the domination in sets 2 and 3, I mean, the remarks of an absolutely phenomenal player and 19 years of age, 2 Grand Slam titles, gets herself out of that one slam wonder category, which some people would like to put her into. Well, that ain't happening anymore. And on multiple surfaces, people keep on talking about Gauff as a potentially could have, clay as a best surface. Well,
Yeah.
this is starting to really show that more than ever. I mean, a build up to this, tournament, a final in Madrid loses out, a final in Rome loses out, shows up and wins the most important thing when it matters the most, and it's just absolutely unbelievable. She obviously loves playing Sabalenka in finals. She'll probably want to play her in a few more finals, and this team tends to be the result. But I am just so over the moon for Coco being able to do this, and yeah, it's just absolutely brilliant.
Indeed, it is. Here we are, just sharing some tweets for you. Coco Gauff wins the French Open, announces BBC Sport. Yeah, I think we know that. It's the second Grand Slam victory of her singles career following her US Open win in 2023. So Coco Gauff is once again in the winner's circle at a Grand Slam, winning 6-7. 6-7, 6-2, 6-4. I will very quickly talk you through and everyone through the match of how it unfolded. Sabalenka came out of the blocks firing. She had won double the number of points of her opponent in those opening exchanges. She raced into a 4-1 lead. But Coco was not done in that first set. She reeled her in, getting those double breaks back, just as she did against Madison Keys in her quarterfinal, and gets it to 4-all. But Aryna breaks again and serves for the first set. She's unable to serve it out. Doesn't matter because Aryna's going to break Coco once more. She doesn't serve it out again. How many chances Aryna Sabalenka going to have to win that first set? Well, when it came to the tiebreak, it was Coco's turn to go in the lead, and she was 4-2 up at the change of ends, and you thought, wow, there's been such a huge momentum shift that now Aryna's going to find it tough to arrest that. However, Aryna dug deep and did get over the line in that first set, unbelievably winning it in 80-odd minutes and winning it 7-6 in that tiebreak by 7 points to 5. But it was Coco who was the tiger almost. The bear had been awoken in the second set, because actually it was Aryna who went off the boil despite winning that first set in such dramatic fashion. And Coco races into a lead of 4-1. She then does get broken back, and you're thinking, okay, here we go again. And yet Coco broke again for 5-2 and ultimately served it out for 6-2. At this stage, the Aryna Sabalenka backhand went missing, and had done for the parts towards the end of the first set as well. And Coco knew it. The backhand, every time Aryna would fire from a neutral position, she was missing on that side. And it was very costly. She also wasn't getting enough first serves in at this point, and Coco started to serve much better. Sabalenka went about over an hour, I think, without holding serve at one point, as she was always vulnerable. Anyway, we go into a third set, and it's Coco who draws first blood, but Aryna this time reels her in. And suddenly you're wondering, okay, are we going to go to a third set tiebreak? Well, Coco breaks again. Then when it comes to serving it out, Coco finally is getting lots of first serves in. But Aryna still had her chances, and we did wonder if she was going to break back once more. In the end, when it came down to the match point, there is a bizarre shot that Coco hits that I think Aryna thinks, because it's not been the most cleanest of strikes from Coco, she thinks it's going to go long. I think it's going to go long. Aryna almost pauses for a second, realizes it's landed it in, and all she can do is just pat it back. Now it's Coco on the attack, and yet she still gives a ball to Aryna that gives Aryna a chance at a passing shot. However, that shot cross court from Aryna ends up landing just out. Coco falls to the floor, knowing that she has won her first ever French Open. The stats from this set, James, by the way, we had 3 aces off the racket of Coco, 2 from Aryna Sabalenka. First serve percentages in are fine for both players. 59 for Aryna, 63 for Coco. First serve points won, and maybe this will be what disappoints Aryna most of all about this match. 48% she's winning on her first serve. That is not enough for someone who's arguably the best server on the planet. 60% for Coco. Second serve points won is fairly even. Aryna's 47% and Coco is at 50%. But the unforced errors off Aryna, I'm actually going to have to recheck it because the caption on the screen has gone. But the unforced errors from Aryna Sabalenka today, I'm sure will probably be over 70. Let's have a look.
Yeah, it said it was 70 for Aryna Sabalenka and 30 for Coco.
Yeah, there you go. More than double of your opponent. So once again, Sabalenka's going to have to reflect on a slam final loss that, was so close. These these slam finals that she's losing, you know, that's the thing. They were there. It was there for her to beat Coco in 2023 when she goes up a set. It was there for her against Madison Keys as she finally found her feet in that final, but Madison got over the line. And yeah, it was there for her today when she wins that first set.
It was indeed. It certainly was indeed. Right, I better shoot off now, John, but it was great covering this one.
Thank you, James.
Yeah, I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so yeah, I think we're going to bring this to a close. I'll quickly have a look at the live chat to see if there's any other things to look at. Yeah, unforced errors 70, says Jake. Yeah, that's a lot, isn't it? Even for Aryna. We've just hit 16,200 subscribers, so thank you for that. We're going to bring this to a close anyway. Thank you for joining us today. Coco getting her selfie work done, indeed. Coco's emotional state was the best I have seen from her, says Matthew. Not once did she exhibit any negative body language, even 2 double faults in a game. Exactly. And the number of first serves that she got in that game to serve it out when her nerves and her heart rate must have been going through the roof was also very, very impressive. And Matthew, just to remember, the serve from Aryna Sabalenka just went awry. Think about this, from 4-1 in the first set, I think she held serve 3 times for the remainder of the match, which is wild for someone, as I say, who's arguably the best server on the planet. Wild. Yeah, poor Saba, head under the towel. I mean, she's emerged with tears in her eyes. There's tears in Coco's eyes as well, for obviously very different reasons. And the rally thing, the path to victory, in a way, for both players was clear. The path to victory for Aryna Sabalenka was keep those points short. She knew that she had to. She knew that that could beat Iga Swiatek, and it did beat Iga Swiatek. In the over 5-shot rallies, Iga won that match. It was just the fact that they spent 2/3 of the match having 4 shots or less. Today was going to be even more of a factor against Coco Gauff. Once it went 5 shots or more, you knew that Coco was winning that rally, especially as the unforced errors of Coco Gauff piled up. Coco, by the way, winning 119 points to Aryna's 100. So there's quite a big gap there, considering how close the match was in the end. I'm going to see if we can get some stats for you on the 1 to 5 shot rally. No, I don't see any on the website of the French Open, which is a pity because I bet it's pretty lopsided in favor of Aryna Sabalenka. Be good if somebody knows in the live chat, if you can just tell me the 1 to 5 shot rally scenario. Let me just have a look. I think we might have it now. No, total points 1, type of shots. No, I've not got the length of rally one. It's a real pity, but that was the path to victory. As soon as we started having lengthy rallies, we just knew it. We just knew that Coco was going to win those rallies, and more often than not, she did. Listen, guys, big thanks for joining us today on this watch along. It's been immense. The match was insane. Sabalenka loses her 3rd Grand Slam final and her 2nd one of the year. As I look at a teary-eyed Aryna right now, it's another one as well that was close for her. Just like in 2023, she goes up a set on Coco Gauff. But just like in 23, Coco comes roaring back. Guys, big thanks for joining me today. And for everybody else, you know the drill. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.